So come with me as we travel out to Seattle, Washington and experience firsthand life on 3rd and Pike.
I steal hundreds of dollars worth of groceries.
It's supposed to be one of the richest states around the country, and we're dealing with this.
How would you describe the difficulty of kicking opioid addiction?
It's impossible.
You're gonna see some grimy shit.
That's Seattle. Drugs.
Behind me is 3rd and Pike, and we're
Is Seattle drill a thing? I want to know if Seattle drill is a thing. I might look into it later.
speak to some of the people that live here and find out firsthand what life is like.
It broke into the Ross. No way, dude.
All right, check this out. We just missed it. Some guy ran up here and smashed this window of this Ross Dress for Less, stole some stuff, and
Breaking
ran out.
into Ross is crazy
As
work.
you can see right here, it's closed. And yeah, this guy tried to bring this big box out here. There's a bunch of merchandise on the ground. Got some Calvin Kleins.
Let's get out of here.
Saw some
No, seriously, let's get out of here.
Yes, sir. That's crazy. Oh, super poor timing on my part picking up this stolen object.
Police be
right as
bitching,
the,
bro.
cop walks out. So who am I here with?
Liam,
What is life like out here on 3rd and Pike?
crazy as hell. A lot of drugs, a lot of bullshit, mayhem. A bunch of people walking around like zombies, all fucked up on fentanyl.
How would you describe 3rd and Pike to someone who's never heard about it?
It's a place where you can get drugs, and it's a place where you die. I've seen a lot of things that I shouldn't have seen. Executions and shootings and shit like that.
Damn, they
How long
really
you been out
execute
here?
people
On
in
and
front of
off for about,
everybody.
like, the last,
in the
I wanna
middle
say,
of the
like,
street.
8 years.
Could you tell us what happened to your leg?
Xylazine happened. Being a horse tranquilizer.
Oh,
That, you know what I'm saying? Eats through this tissue.
I see
So
people
suffering from
mixing
necrosis right now?
Fenny with goddamn
Alright,
horse
yeah.
strength.
I'll show you.
They be leaning on us, God.
Oh my gosh.
They be leaning there.
How long has it been like that?
It's probably been like that for about like on and off for like the last 2 years. On this
They
leg
be
too.
leaning on that.
Both legs.
Yeah, and also it's spread into my pancreas.
Are you still using xylazine?
No, I bought that stuff by mistake off of somebody that I didn't know or trust. I scratched
Stop
my
doing
leg
drugs
one
and
time
stop
it's
doing
on the
that street
truck
dealer
next
shit,
day.
bro. They always
I
gonna
had
set you up, bro.
A lesion-like wound. Nobody wants to be in this fucking hellhole, as you can hear.
It's dumb.
This place fucking sucks.
All right. Yeah, tell me about life out here.
Life down here is normal, you know, it's easy to do, and I score touchdowns.
Huh?
Could you tell me a little bit about life out here on 3rd and Pike?
It's crap. It's exactly what you see. It's garbage. It's dope. It's hoes. It's people who don't care about themselves, much less anybody else. It's shit like that.
People out here trying to sell just to live. We're getting harassed for it.
Do you feel like there's some misconceptions about the homeless population?
Absolutely. But then again, look at this place. These people act like their 2-year-old children don't know how to pick up after themselves.
It's like disgustingly filthy and dirty. If I were to fly in from any other state and see this as a downtown, I'd be fucking repulsed. You know, nowhere else is this fucking trash. Every single person you see out here right now is an adult. Adults should be able to clean up after themselves.
Just a few
Facts.
years ago, if you came here, you would see orange.
Hey, that reminds me, bro. I hate those people that be at restaurants and they like make a mess and they don't clean up after themselves. They're like, they got janitors, they could do it, they get paid for it. It's so stupid, bro. Like, just clean up after yourself. You're grown as shit.
Needles littered all around the street, right?
A couple years ago, it was heroin that was the main drug out here. And you would see needles scattered everywhere, like everywhere you go. I mean, playgrounds, everything. There'd be needles everywhere, all over the city. Far and few between people who still shoot up out here, but I mean, you'll see it occasionally. But
Oh, it's that same dog, I think. It just showed up back.
if you call a number, they'll come and pull up on you and give you needles, give you whatever you need.
So they have mobile needle delivery service?
Yeah, they do. It's
Oh,
like a
hell
needle
no.
exchange, harm reduction, and then they have harm reduction places where you can go and give your needles. You exchange them one for one for brand new needles. But a lot of the time, even if you don't have needles, they'll just give you boxes of them. It's crazy.
How does it make you feel when you see people like this gentleman who's on the ground just
Damn,
balled up and
he
crippled with
zooted.
drug addiction?
He's zooted.
Uncomfortable. I mean, I don't like to see it, but I mean, I guess being out here is a part of life, you know? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Like, you can't get these people sober if they don't want to get sober
Only if I had a soundboard, but that deserves a
themselves, you know?
That deserves a
There's essentially nothing you can do unless they want something to be done.
Yeah, 100%. If you don't want to get sober for yourself, you're probably not going to get sober. You can get a dose of fentanyl for $1, you know?
That's super crazy. How cheap was heroin?
I wouldn't say cheap, but it was like $10 for a point or like 60 to 80 a gram. A fentanyl pill's a lot stronger than like a point of heroin, so when the fentanyl pills came out, they took over.
How bad is the fentanyl addiction?
You see a lot of these people like they'll be going crazy, crying, and like just begging people to get them high. And you know, like I used to be an opiate addict, and like the opiate withdrawals are horrible.
For someone who doesn't know what it's like, how is the experience of going through a fentanyl withdrawal?
It's like the flu times like 5. It's horrible. It's like the worst flu you've ever had in your life. It takes days, and so a lot of these people don't want to go through withdrawals, so they keep doing it, you know?
Seattle used to be so much more than this, and now it's this, and it's so sad.
What do you think the cause of Seattle getting so much worse is?
An attitude of acceptance, you know what I'm saying? The laws are changing, and they're being more, they're easier on people, and I know like that, nobody wants to hear me say that, but when you have people shooting up and smoking and all that on the street and shit, I've done it, I do it, you know, so I'm not going to, I can't knock it, but I do because I know better. And if I'm going to do that, I should be in the house doing it. I just don't have a house anymore, so where am I going to do it at?
Seattle's definitely not doing what they're supposed to. There's a lot of homelessness, and like they're really not doing shit about it. Like as you can see, like the block is fucking crazy out here right now, and the cops really aren't doing much. They really can't do much. Seattle is like down a ton on cops right now, so I mean they're not doing even a quarter of what they should really. A lot of theft and boosting. They grab shit from stores, shoplift, and then come out here and sell it. There's a bunch of fences out here, which is who you sell stolen shit to, and then they end up buying dope straight on the block.
Where do all these people sleep at night?
A lot of them just walk around here all night long, and that's all they be doing is just walking around, and like they don't really have a place to go. And then the other people, they either have tents or like they have somewhere to go, a friend's house, a tent, tiny home, whatever, you know.
I think Seattle's doing a great job. They got bombarded with a lot of people. The housing part is kind of iffy to me. You know, I've realized that there's a lot of housing available, but they're not being utilized for some reason. And there's a lot of buildings that are going up that are being torn down and rebuilt. There's enough units for whoever's left out here anyway, for them to have at least 2 units to themselves.
For those who don't know, Seattle offers its homeless population housing programs such as Urban League and DESE, a program that aims to end homelessness and assist by placing people in emergency housing sites.
You were saying that you've been homeless before, right?
Yeah, I've been homeless for like a couple years, had a stint of homelessness.
And how difficult is it to get housing here in Seattle?
If you don't have any resources, it's really difficult to get housing. Especially a lot of people out here, like they get their shit stolen, they lose their ID, all that kind of stuff. The city gives people like free apartments or will house people for an extended amount of time, but that's like difficult. It takes years to get into. Either A, they just tell you to call back later, or they really don't help you at all. I mean, like it's super difficult. It took me a couple years to get off the streets. I mean, a lot of these people have been out here for 6, 7, 8 years and still can't get housing. And then like they have a bunch of shelters, and the shelters are always either full or like they have bed bugs and like lice and all sorts of crazy shit that you don't want to get.
Damn.
I mean, there's lots of housing they give out. There's places where they could shower and shit and all that stuff instead of the alleyways.
They're called harm reduction, and so they give you supplies so that you can safely use. But that creates a drug culture. So if you're trying to get clean, then that like they have funding to do like amazing things, and they just don't. And you have those. They don't respect anything anybody else is trying to do. So I'm sorry about your background, but that bitch is a mess. So
this is ridiculous. There's many times I've cleaned up, you know,
she
this whole
violated.
Because I'm sick of looking at it and being in it, you know. Because the people you see out
That's
here, you know
crazy.
what I mean? Everyone's just like hunched over, and it's like fucking walking through Monsters Inc. You know, it's crazy.
Haha,
People
nice
like out
one.
here.
Assholes and scandalous. You gotta be careful the things you hold in your possessions, you know, because they'll be gone in 3 seconds if you don't watch them closely.
What originally brought you down to 3rd and Pike?
I don't know.
Is she?
People like me. Scandalous. You gotta be careful the things you hold in your possessions, you know, because they'll be gone in 3 seconds if you don't watch them closely.
What originally?
Look at this. Is she? Is this bitch vaping
Brought you down to 3rd and Pike?
I don't know.
and then eating ice cream? What in the combo? Yo, I ain't never heard of that combo,
People
but I'm
like
not gonna try
me
it,
kinda, you
bro.
know?
Never
Wonders,
that.
you know?
Never
Nomads.
that.
How long you been out here?
I've been
Last
here since
meal.
my daughter died, so she died in
Damn.
October 11th, 2021. So I've been out here since she died. That's about it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's okay.
Whoa, what happened?
They shot Orbeez at us. Someone just drove by and shot us with Orbeez.
Yeah, see, they do cynical shit like that. Yesterday, I got threatened to be shot in the eyeball and in the face.
How did you initially wind up homeless?
I ended up losing my job. I was a caregiver. That's my career. I got my CNA.
What's some of the stuff you have to go through living out here?
A lot of abuse. I didn't have it hard compared to a lot of other people that have been abused in many awful ways by their parents, by their family members. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Interviewing. If I can get into a car right now and run, I would run away.
Is there a lot of violence out here?
Oh yeah, you have other people that just beat up on other weaker people and take their stuff, and yeah, it's very violent. It's a very violent culture.
When people are out here stealing from each other, it can become a violent situation.
It's constant, rampant. People get stabbed, people get shot all the time. It's craziness.
The McDonald's on 3rd Street, right near Pike, has
And
been a
that's-
hotspot for
that's-
criminal
that's
activity
America.
and violence.
In
That's
2015,
America.
a large-scale drug
That's all you
bust
gotta
swept through
know.
the area, and 95 people were arrested, but it did little
Feel me,
to
that's
quell
what-
the drug addiction that plagued the streets. On January 22nd, 2020, 8 people were shot outside this McDonald's, one of which was
I
pronounced dead.
swear I heard dude use this beat, bro. I swear I heard him use that beat,
Would you
bro.
say
I know
this
I'm not
is one of the
tripping.
most dangerous areas in Seattle?
Yeah, that and I'd say Chinatown, like about 12th and Jackson, probably like one of the most dangerous areas.
Next, we make our way to 12th Avenue and South Jackson Street, 10 blocks south of Pike Street, roughly a half-mile away.
So just a short drive away from 3rd and Pike is 12th and Jackson, right? And you said that what goes on out here?
This is like the notorious like selling area for stolen merchandise, like fencing.
How much of a discount can you get items if you purchase them out here?
I mean, it depends on what you're getting, but like really, really cheap. Like for instance, like clothing, you can get like nice clothing that's like probably $50 in the store for like $5 out here.
A lot of these people just go into a store and just grab stuff and leave.
Yeah, they do what's called guerrilla boosting, which is where you go into a store, you just openly grab merchandise and leave.
Boosting or retail theft has caused.
What does he mean
several
by
other
guerrilla
businesses to
boosting?
move out
What's
of
the
area
difference?
Affected by the rampant thefts. It's very
What-
common.
what's the
as we
difference,
just
Chet?
saw at the Ross Dress for Less.
As you can see right behind us.
Yo, sub up, sub
smash
up.
and grabs are not
Trust me,
very
bro.
uncommon, and one
No
just happened.
as
People that stole a bunch
channel
of
points
stuff,
boosted.
we just missed it, I guess.
Supports me,
Yeah, they're returning
and you
it.
get it free if you do have Amazon Prime. So you're not paying anything
Yeah,
for
so
it.
a
You just
lot
got
of these
Amazon
stores
Prime.
have closed down. For
That
instance,
shit
you said
free.
the McDonald's up there.
Yeah, you can't go inside the McDonald's. The Macy's closed down because people are doing the same thing, smashing and grabbing a bunch of coats. A lot of the time, if they don't have private security, they won't do anything and they won't stop you. Most of the stores don't want confrontation. They don't want that bullshit, so.
Fuck the rich people that are mad that I wear more expensive shit than they do. I get it cheaper than they do.
Shit start getting wild, man. It start, that Fetty start hitting, man. These streets start getting a little more wicked, man. And Fetty's like turning into new cracks.
Cold at nighttime. There's not a lot of bathrooms to use.
Damn.
Which is gross.
But it be crazy out here, like rich people like be smoking all day long, like it's like this until like cops come, people start moving around like cattle.
We're getting money, we're getting paid, we're getting laid every day. I don't have to put up with all the rules of society and all their bullshit. I ain't got to pay taxes to some government that's gonna kill my kids with the money I give them. Pretty well free to do what I want to do until the cops come and tell us I gotta push it down the street. All the kids that disappear.
For a second, I thought that hair was fake, but is it fake? Hold on. I don't know if that's fake hair or not.
Only people that can make it
Looks kinda
disappear without a problem is police officers. Look into that a little bit more, Mr. and Mrs. Taxpayer.
Could you tell me a little bit about life out here?
Amazing. The atmosphere is awesome. I moved out here because weed was legal and things like that. I want to be homeless,
You want to be?
Yeah, I like it.
What are some of the benefits of being homeless from your perspective?
I don't have to answer to nobody. Wake up whenever, go to bed whenever.
How long have you been homeless for?
I've been homeless for going on 6 years.
What did you do before you were homeless?
I worked at a shipyard for 14 years on the East Coast.
Tell me a little bit about life out here.
You're gonna get snaked. You're gonna have friends that you think are close to you. You know what I'm saying? People that you think are close to you turn their back on you, and you're gonna see the real underbelly of the world. My homie just got shot.
Snakes all up in the grass.
Another shooting.
Hey, yo, chill, bro. TOS, bro, chill, bro. You can't be doing that.
I got shot like one time.
Why you trying to show his cheeks, bro?
And just being wrong place, wrong
Yeah,
time.
wrong with him, bro.
It was like 2 days ago, and it was on and today is my birthday. That's the crazy thing.
Today's your birthday?
Yes,
Fuck wrong with
my
him.
own birthday.
Fuck wrong with
Happy
him.
birthday.
Thank you very much.
I feel like the Seattle government is doing a good job of helping homeless people find housing.
Outreach workers who don't do very much outreach for me, being I'm homeless, if I miss an appointment or something, they get upset with me, or they don't do their fair share, I think, of reaching out. Like right now I'm homeless, I don't have a phone, can't keep a cell phone because I fall asleep outside and they get stolen. Can't catch up with her, she can't catch up with me, and she's in court a lot, so.
Homelessness has been an ongoing historical issue in Seattle, the problem being documented as far back as 1850. In 2020, the city of Seattle allocated $80 million for the Division of Homeless Strategy and Investment. However, the cost of medical, police, and all nonprofit governmental efforts has cost much more than this across the region.
As far as the government, you guys know it. Government don't care about nobody.
What do you think
Facts.
could be done to clean up an area like 3rd and Pike?
That's fact.